Welcome back to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. This song is called Karma Police, and it's another really, really cool one on the album. So anyway, thank you for joining me. This intro is being recorded after my reaction. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thank you for joining me on our journey through Radiohead's OK Computer album. And reaction begins in 3, 2, 1. Let's get into this. Ooh, I like this piano here. I like that. That is a beautiful chord progression. Like, the dynamics of the whole album so far.
This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get when you mess with us.
So many intricate, subtle details musically everywhere.
This is what you'll get when you mess with us.
That song was really good. And now we come to the lyrics of another incredibly brilliant track on OK Computer. This one exit music for a film and Paranoid Android are probably my favorite songs on the whole album. They're all really good though. And anyway, yeah, I'm excited to see what the lyrics to this are. But let's take a look at this. First, we've got it's one of several stunning singles from Radiohead's heavily influential masterpiece OK Computer. Karma Police is a haunting and atmospheric track. The ending is so good. The part where he sings I Lost Myself. Tom York's strained vocals are at once warm and sinister, echoing the delusions of an addict in the midst of a narcotic meltdown. Musically, the band follows a creamy, dreamlike chord progression that makes use of an old Beatles melody laid out on the piano to create a velvety bed of uneasy comfort. A creamy, dreamlike chord progression. These are some interesting choice descriptions, but anyway. I am, yes. Karma Police, arrest this man. He talks in maths. He buzzes like a fridge. He's like a detuned radio. Karma Police, arrest this girl. Her Hitler hairdo is making me feel ill, and we have crashed her party. This is what you'll get when you mess with us. All right, so we begin with arrest this man. Karma is a term for action and generally deals with results of one's behavior. From a simplified Western perspective, the idea of karma is that if you perform an action, you get what you deserve, whether good or bad. What goes around comes back around. Yep. There is no such thing as karma police in the Hindu religion. Karma is a disembodied cosmic force. However, York's narrator personifies the concept, asking the karmic police to arrest someone for their trivial idiosyncrasies. He talks in maths, he buzzes like a fridge. So maths is shortened UK term for mathematics. This line might refer to a person who works with numbers, like a scientist, or in simpler terms, it's a way of saying that the subject speaks in riddles and irritates the authorities with what they consider to be nonsense. While this line implies that intelligence is looked down upon by the conformist powers that be, the background around the next line seems to imply the opposite, that Tom York was annoyed by a dumbed-down nature of mainstream radio at the time of OK Computer's release in '97. The refrigerator is generally left on at all times, and the sound of its components rattling or buzzing can be annoying. A detuned radio refers to the white noise that can be heard when it isn't connected to a station. Tom York is referring to a person who talks constantly, but whose words are about as important as static. In a Rolling Stone interview, he described the sound as a metaphor for pointless words, and to a greater extent, modern rock music. It was partly the way of just expressing how some people just talk and they're not really saying anything. I remember traveling around a lot, especially in America, and modern rock was just like, and then he imitates the sound of a fridge buzzing. Funnily enough, the original demo contained a buzzing fridge that York recorded. His words may refer to a haircut called Hitler Youth, which is basically a high and tight, or even Hitler-esque haircut. Okay, why does that have a name? Like, what the hell? However, the original lyrics to the song may help with extra meaning. Karma Police arrest this girl. She stares at us as if she owns the world and we have crashed her party. This could mean that quite literally the woman in question is either extremely powerful, has dangerous thoughts, or is an opportunist only looking out for herself. What I saw in this line is someone crashing someone else's party to find something wrong with them. And they're picking something like totally... I was unaware that like a Hitler hairdo was an actual thing when I read that. So now my interpretation changes a little. But before I thought it's just someone like making up something to be offended by in someone that they was seeking out in the first place. We have crashed their party. That was like the irony of it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if the subject of the song is to be seen in the first verse as doling out karmic judgment on people who offend the narrator, the chorus can be seen as demonstrating the subject's fundamental misinterpretation of karma by personalizing and subjectivizing it. To the subject in the first verse, on the surface, karma seems to exist to satisfy his desire to pass judgment on those who do things that annoy him. And if that's the case, then the chorus could be giving a clear confirmation as to what karma means to him, and what drives those judgments, and perhaps how he exonerates himself of the burden of consequence. Karma Police, I've given all I can. If it's still not enough, I've given all I can, but we're still on the payroll. Where the first two verses are accusatory, this one's more exasperated. I've given all I can, it's not enough, is a phrase a lot of people relate to. You need to work your ass off for something, a job, a needy friend, a hard test, and no matter what, it's not enough because you're never satisfied. However, because you get back from it, the payroll, you stick with it because you don't know what else to do. Thus, the speaker is desperately asking for some credit for the good things that he does. So this is the flip side of asking for other people to get a bad return on the bad things that they do or that he perceives they do. Now he's saying, I perceive myself as like the most holy person, most righteous person. I deserve to be getting more. Tom York further clarifies, it's for someone who has to work for a large company. This is a song against bosses, F the middle management. We're still on payroll also suggests that sometimes we play out the role of the karma police as well, executing what we think of as karma. Of course, we twist what we find to be right or wrong to our execution of karma. She's making me feel ill. We have crashed her party. All right. This ending is, again, adds to the irony. It's like he realizes his folly for a second, and then he's like, oh, for a minute there, I thought I lost myself, but I'm back. Okay, everything's all right now. So, at this point, the narrator answers his prior phrase, this is what you get. Because everyone is affected by karma, and he reminds himself that he, too, is not immune to karma and shouldn't be putting negative emotions into the universe since it might come back to get him. Phew, for a moment there, I lost myself. Could also refer with accidentally letting go, relaxing, and being okay with himself before he remembers that he is still under scrutiny by other people also filling the role of the karma police. That is not what I got out of those final lyrics. Interesting. All right. I love seeing different interpretations of song lyrics. Thank you very much for joining me. That was Karma Police. Incredible song. As always, stay tuned for the next videos. If somehow you are new, we're doing the whole album, so check out the other songs if you want, or the other reactions. And masterpiece of an album. Let's keep going. Deathstroke 9, out.